Welcome to day one of the 78-day tarot challenge. Every day I pick a card and I'm going to embody that to the fullest or somehow relate it to what's going on in my life. And so for 78 days, that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to work on the intro. Not every video is going to be perfect, but that's kind of the point. You're just doing it. And so today's card is the Ace of Wands. And yesterday was the Fool, starting from 0, so today is 1. Ace of Wands. I thought the Ace of Wands would be perfect to start out with because traditionally the Ace of Wands represents a new spark, a new beginning, the first step in a new direction of passion and creativity. Something along those lines, right? Traditional meaning may vary, but that's basically the gist of it. And so, how does that really relate to my life right now? Well, starting this challenge is exactly that. It's the first step in a new direction. I am very passionate about the tarot, the story of the tarot, how it applies to my life in general. And I have this saying that I came up with, and it's don't watch tarot, live tarot. So that's exactly what I'm doing with this challenge, is we're taking the energy of each card, the essence of each card, and we're living it to the fullest. Now, I'm not really good at YouTube or social media at all. And this is a whole new thing for me because I've been trying to figure out how to do it. But this is how I'm doing it. This is a great challenge to keep me consistent for 78 days. Technically 77 because 0 is the Fool, so it's 0. But I mean, that counts as a card, right? So I like to say 77, folks. So for 77 days, that's what we're doing. I don't need to keep on repeating myself, but like I said, I'm going to get better. It's not going to be perfect. So anyway, I find myself camping in Hawaii in this beautiful place. Right at the head of the Hanalei Dragon. And some say you might see a dragon walk around Hanalei. You never know. But anyway, so this is pretty important for me because I've been kind of addicted to watching tarot readings and whatnot, and I've been watching myself go through this looping pattern of parasocial attachments and kind of just sitting behind a screen and not living my life, and instead of talking to people in real life, I'd rather go and listen to somebody on YouTube that feels like my best friend, but they know nothing about me, and that's kind of sad. And so I wanted to change this. So for me, the tarot is a tool for transformation, not a tool for prophecy. And I understand that when you script yourself and you script your reality and you tell yourself a story, it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. So because your brain looks for the things that verify your story is true, and then therefore you just keep on following that path until the prophecy is fulfilled. And that's good and everything. You can program your mind by reading and listening to other stories, but you'll get caught up in a bunch of messes that if you're not actively writing your own story, then you're not doing anything. So I wanted to challenge myself and everybody else to go through this journey of the tarot, of the story of transformation, and how this relates to my psychology, my inner and outer world. So, how does the Ace of Wands relate to my internal state and my external state? Well, I just described that. You know, I've been looping and stagnant, not really doing anything, and need a whole new beginning, a whole new thing. And I pretty much dropped everything, started over from zero, became the Fool, embodied that to the fullest, went to a whole new place. I've never been to Hawaii before, and just showed up here with nothing. And so I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go in as far as when it came to social media or what I really wanted to do for a career anyway, because I just don't really like the dynamic as I described that is occurring in social media these days. It seems like we're all kind of just unconscious, just passively consuming more content. So instead of consuming more content, I created this 78-day tarot challenge, and that's exactly what this day is the beginning of that, the first step of that. This is the first day one. And so that's how the Ace of Wands is playing out in my life right now. I have no idea where this is going to go. Nothing may ever come of it, but here I am doing it anyway, taking the first step. And yeah, this is it's going to be interesting. And I do want to invite other people to do the same. Instead of passively consuming tarot readings, create your own challenge, go through it yourself. I'm inviting other people to do the same. This is how I'm changing the dynamic that I do not agree with, because it's unconscious. It's creating a lot of unconscious behavior, or I've seen the unconscious behavior play out in my life, and I've watched the pattern and tried to become aware of the shadow that is ruling over me, you know. Instead of judging the shadow and passing it off and then running from it, I am actively trying to become aware of it and change the pattern. And now it's raining! So, I'm gonna cut and... I was gonna play the flute for you, but I don't really want to sit out here in the rain right now, so I'll be right back. Alright, I don't know if you can see me very well, but alright. So that's a pretty good description of what's going on. I was gonna play the flute because I was gifted this Native American flute by my good friend that I went on a trail with, and I don't really know where to prop up my phone, so this is kind of, you know, representative of the energy of the Ace of Wands. It's like, I'm actually really excited to see where this goes. I don't know what's going to happen in 78 days. Who's going to join? Who's going to do the challenge with me? Is anybody going to view this? I don't know. Maybe nobody views this. Who knows? But that's what we're doing. I just made a steak that I dry aged for one day, and that was good. I only have a little pan and a propane stove, and I'm just doing, you know, being grateful and being happy with what I have, and you know, going along the journey like a fool, you know, like a fool that's extremely optimistic and ready to go. And I'm still embodying that fool energy right now, and we're gonna see how that changes over the course of 78 days. I don't know where I could possibly prop up my phone to where I don't look terrible, but I guess put it on the stove, huh? But I was gonna play the flute for just a minute. This is tuned to 432 hertz, so it's very fuck. Oh, this is ridiculous, dude. I didn't plan this out very well. I'm not a great planner, but alright. Here we go. My comfortable little hammock. Alright, I don't know if you're gonna hear it over the rain, but we're just gonna see what comes out. Usually I just improvise, you know, so I'm gonna share parts of my journey. I was gonna go down to the beach today and show you around, but just to give you an experience of like my environment and what I'm actually living, and that I'm actually trying to live the journey of the tarot, not just passively consume it online, you know? Like I'm out here in real life doing different things to try to change my life, not just passively consuming, because that's the problem that was wrong with me. So instead of going down to the beach, I might not look the greatest right now, but I hope you can hear. We'll just see what comes out with the flute today. I came up with some good melodies. I usually try to just come up with a melody randomly, you know, it's the same 7 notes, so. Whatever, dude. May not sound the best. I mean, shit. It is what it is. It's very peaceful and calming. It definitely calms my nervous system when I'm getting like kind of stressed out. You know, breathing and really has that peaceful sound. You know, really good medicine. Music is very good medicine. You really gotta sometimes you make mistakes, you just gotta roll with it. It's anyway, I think that's enough. That's pretty good. So, I may not look the best right now, but it is what it is. I invite you to do 77 days, 77 plus 0 of tarot with me. If you find this video, you know, I'm not going to say that it found you for a reason. I'm just doing what I can. And another thing that I'll say is YouTube is called YouTube, you know, so it's about you, not me, you know, so that's why I'm inviting you to do your version of the challenge, however that looks, in any freaking order that you want to start from. If you want to start from 0, that's fine. If you want to start somewhere else, wherever you happen to find yourself in life right now. I just happen to be embodying the Fool in the past 6 months, and we're gonna see, since it is major arcana, this is kind of the wrapping up of the Fool energy, and we're stepping into that new beginning. And so this is how I'm teaching by lived embodiment, rather than giving you another tarot reading and saying, oh, this is wonderful, you know, you're about to receive everything you ever wanted in life. I mean, we have to think about what we're telling ourselves. And so, you know, don't passively let somebody else write the story of your life. And I guess I can do a reading for myself, since this is, you know, we're going to do a real reading. I mean, I don't have a specific spread that I want to do. I'm just going to intuitively see what comes out for today and this video, and maybe you resonate with it, maybe you don't. You don't have to take my story to be yours. You have to write your own story, and that's what I'm actively trying to embody and live, the teachings that I speak. If I speak of things and I give other people advice, I should take my own advice, honestly. If anybody has, you know, guidance or advice for other people, but they don't follow it themselves, it's contradictory. You know, oftentimes we have to take the advice we give to others. The reason why we give it to others is because, well, we want to change that within ourselves. So, you know, it's good to do that. And so I just got the Two of Pentacles out right there. That's basically like, how are we going to change this? You know, let's balance with how much advice we're giving others and how much advice we're taking and embodying our own, because it's easy to tell somebody else. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. So let's see what comes out and see. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me again. So that's it. We're balancing between, you know, those things. So, and instead of really just staying and hiding myself and being my little hermit, I am gonna put myself out there publicly by doing this challenge. And let's see what else, you know. I'm not just gonna do another reading. I am going to live it. Six of Swords. Yeah, I'm moving on from really just not doing that anymore. And it's going to be better when I can balance the dark and light within myself, as well as the internal and the external. How much action I'm taking externally, as well as internally, you know, what am I'm not just staying inside as my little hermit, right? I'm going to go out. So, where could this possibly lead, this 78 journey? Okay. Well, this is my energy at the time. Is like, I don't even know. I've been working on a lot of different things throughout this journey. And it seems like I'm not really making much progress, even though stuff's growing. I just, a lot of times it's growing underneath the surface, and you're like, damn, am I going to get a good harvest out of this? I don't know. And the thing with the Seven of Pentacles is that, like, maybe, you know, some patience is required, and to trust the process. For me, that's how I relate to it. I don't really, I don't have the traditional meaning off the top of my head, because I have developed my own interpersonal relationship with the cards. So, and I have been very stagnant. 8 of Cups is stagnancy for me. So, I haven't really been making those changes, but I have been working, and I'm just like working on a lot of different things in the background. So, anyway, those are the 3 cards: 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and 7 of Pentacles. So, where's this gonna lead by the end of the 78-day challenge, maybe? The Page of Pentacles. So we're gonna be learning. For me, this is just learning. The energy of learning, education, teaching and learning. Teach and learn. It's the same thing. It's dichotomy. It's paradox of itself. Everything is dual in nature. So when you speak of one thing, you speak of its exact opposite. And so when I'm learning, I'm going to be learning every single card, and we're going to be developing a very deep interpersonal relationship with the archetypal imagery that allows me to apply it to my life in a certain way, and a lived experience that creates memories for myself, as well as a good life, not just a static routine that we all kind of expect in today's society. And that's exactly what I was wishing to change, is having a dynamic lifestyle that fuels me to go out and have adventures and transform and change. And so this very thing, we could do this 78-day challenge twice a year or once a year, or who knows, you know, every summer maybe, who knows. But we're going to see what happens, and we're going to live the tarot. So I'm going to invite you to do that, and that's exactly what's going to come of this. We're going to learn in the process together as a community, and I want to create a community of people who are actively living their lives, not passively consuming. And that's like kind of the whole message of this, is that I wanted to change it for myself, and I also want to change it for other people. So if you do participate in the challenge, you don't have to post your videos to YouTube, but I would encourage you to make videos explaining or write it down somewhere. And if you do post it on YouTube, I want to see it. And so send it to me. Find me on Instagram. My stuff is in the description if you would like to support the channel as well, because obviously I'm just doing this with very minimal. Not that I'm greedy or anything. It's just like, hey, I'm doing with what I have, and I'm very grateful, and I'm happy to have a journey anyway. So if you like what I'm doing here and you want to participate, send me a message and join me. Don't just passively consume. And I would love to see your videos. So anyway, have fun. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do the Two of Wands or if I'm going to pick a different card. We're going to find out tomorrow what's going to happen as we go along. So I'll see you out there. Have fun. See you later.